So much higher.
Is it?
We can feed off of each other, and when the final battle went on in UHC, that was some high energy stuff right there. It was fantastic.
I think all the energy was taken out in that battle, and that's the reason people don't want to participate in Who's Line.
Oh, yeah,
it's just too quick.
Everyone needs like a cool down period.
Yes, but so being that you've participated in the marathon before, like I have not personally been able to participate in it because it always happens to be on a weekend that I have another obligation, and this year it got moved from that normal weekend that it was, so that's why I'm able to be here this time, and I'm grateful for it. But how much participation did you actually get to do from home? Because I'm sure it's a little different when you're doing stream switching and you're kind of getting out of it and you're not sitting at your computer watching it for a full...
Right. Well, a lot of the other Minecrafters tend to play games that I don't, so I didn't get to do too much of that. But now that we're here, now that I have a chance to jump in and maybe play a game I've never played before, or even do something that we couldn't do if we weren't here, like Who's Line. I mean, that's been a fun opportunity. Definitely changes how we go about this charity marathon.
Yeah, I'm sure. Is what?
Not stealthful.
Oh.
Stealthy pack rat.
So everybody's here. This is great. So let's talk for a minute for those who don't know, because everybody who's watching this stream might not know kind of like the origin of how everybody came to be with the server.
Origin stories.
Origin stories is great. I mean, we got some time to kill, so let's talk about origin stories. Now,
I was bit by a radioactive good.
And then he became a cheating Nebris that made his way onto the server, right?
Yeah.
So you were technically, of all the people that are left, the first one.
No, you're the first one.
So you had joined technically the server before we joined at the same time.
No. The first time I got on the server.
Was I already there?
I found a pile of your stuff that you had died, and I took.
Maybe I am the first one then.
Everything I've ever built has come from your.
Oh my! You guys, you folks hear that?
Pickaxe.
Where did I die that I just left the stuff that you found?
I don't know. It's just, I didn't even go that far from the spawn. It's like, oh, here's a pile of free stuff. This is gonna get me somewhere.
Where was on that very first season that you were there for, that I was there for as well? Where was your base again?
To the west.
I don't know what that means, but I mean, I understand cardinal directions and all, but from my base, I have no idea where that was. I don't know if I
don't even remember where your base was. No, that was the gyms who had the castle. You had.
I was next to the castle, though.
Oh, you were close.
I was close to the castle, yeah, because I used to use that as my marker when I left on the. Because I had a beach right behind my house, and I would take the boats, and it was a beach that was hooked to an ocean, which was great because I could actually travel really far, and I used his castle as a marker to know where I was going, because that was back before you were able to like use beds and sleep and things like that. So if I had to actually go somewhere and come back or go out and look for my stuff, that would be.
Well, I remember what your base looks like because Good filled it with gravel.
Yes, and a lot of gravel on top of it is what it looks like.
Pig spawners.
It looked petrified. It did have pig spawners, and that is another funny thing, as Good always talks about. People used to get very angry when there was a possibility that the server had something that was non-vanilla in it, and people forgot that one of the first pranks that was done, it was Good retaliating to the first prank I did on him by putting pig spawners in my house, which you could only do through creative commands. Because the server was so small at the time, nobody thought anything of it. Because he was very open with, I went into creative and I put pig spawners in his house.
How did that start again? Like, wasn't Good actually genuinely mad?
He was mad at you. For something you didn't do, and that's why I eventually had to come clean, because I had very, very laid back and stupid prank. I stole a couple of things from his house, but I didn't even steal them. I literally took a chest and I moved it up into the ceiling and put like smooth stone on it, so you couldn't see it. And I left the chest empty with signs in it that said something like, I needed some iron, or like, your food was good. And I took all his food and I took all his iron, but it was really still there. And I was waiting for it. I had the video prepared and ready for like the reveal, like right when he found it and made a video of it. Because it's the rule, you don't reveal your prank until it's been found.
Well, you basically established that rule, though.
It had been found, and I knew it had been found, and I guess I established that rule in a way that I broke that rule right away, almost, because I was talking to Good on the server. I was just trying to hint around with, hey, so what's going on? I started typing and chatting to him, and he said, I don't know if I can trust Nebs. He comes on the server, and now all my stuff is gone. And I was like, are you sure it's not just somewhere else in your base? I was trying to like really play the thing off, but he was like really looking into kicking you off of the server because he thought you stole your stuff. So I immediately posted the video because I would have told him no matter what, but I wasn't letting anybody take the fall for it. So I think he had a good laugh with it because of the fact that he really thought that you had stolen a bunch of stuff, and then he realized it was a prank, like with prepared video showing that I was doing the prank, that it was obviously not malicious, which hence started the prank wars that got way more.
So many lives lost.
So many lives lost, so much more complexity.
Good has a habit of taking whatever prank that is done to him and amplifying it like tenfold.
Yes.
So whenever you do to him, he's going to pay back much, much more.
He was very afraid with the one where he buried my house and with gravel because of the fact that he had hinted to me that he was doing a prank, and I went searching because I knew it was big, and I went searching around my base for where he could possibly be like storing the supplies necessary for this prank, because there was no ender chest at the time or anything like that. And I apparently had come, when I went and looked back at the footage, I was digging through mountains. I came 2 blocks away from digging into his storage area where he was stored all that wool and all that gravel.
Good job, Good.
He said he was so afraid when I told him that I did a video about searching because I was afraid that something was brewing. And so
now you're skipped over your origin though, because I remember the video series that was part of the origin, and you kind of
my origin
over
on the server. Yeah. I didn't talk
about
about my joining the server. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
So yeah, me joining the server, it was. I think I started watching Good when he probably only had it was less than 100 subscribers. It was probably like 30 or 50 subscribers somewhere in that area. And I watched his videos and I thought they were hysterical. And I was like, this guy, like he's in my age at the time. We're both like the same age. And he talked a lot like me, talked a lot about life experiences that he had. And I was like, I can do this. But I was horrible at playing Minecraft. So I put up videos just telling stories like that. And this is at the time when you had 15 minutes, was it the max?
Yeah.
Or was it, so 15-minute max cutoff video. So you had to have kind of a plan to go in and stop, or you just had videos that cut abruptly and you started another episode. And I started posting videos, so I was just having fun playing the game and talking. And Good, I remember the day that I looked at one of my comments. I had like 2 people that were commenting on my videos when they first started going up. And I was like, yeah, there's like 3 views.
You were one of them.
Comments. I was one of those views, yeah. But there was actually a comment on there from somebody. And then I saw a comment from Good. And I was like, oh my God, this guy. And it was because he ran
He ran the forum post.
The forum posting.
That had all the YouTubers.
Right. And he had it very much, it was, if you have a new Let's Play series, put them in this forum, and once they hit like 10 episodes and it's an established series, he moves it to like its own like subfolder or something. So I put my first one up there, and apparently Good, right when he started, we got really into this and was watching a lot of the videos that went through. I didn't know that he was going to be watching them, and when he commented, he was like, hey man, good video. And I was like, oh, it's Good, it's this guy that I was watching, that this is great.
Now, I actually remember a video where he was talking about watching you.
Yes.
And laughing hysterically at it.
How
and
bad
I
I was
actually
at
wanted
the
to watch
game.
some of these videos. I remember you trying to establish a base inside this cave that looked like Swiss cheese. And for some reason you figured, oh, it's got lights everywhere coming from the outside. That's perfectly safe. And just dying over and over. And I think you had a spawner in the back of the wall or something, because things kept spawning in your base. And it was...
Oh.
No, the stream.
Did we get DDoS during this thing? Because
This is my fault.
because
I
we were
can't
so
put
bad.
my ugly mug on the TV for this long.
I'm very disappointed that
Well, that's good.
we had so little participation.
Okay, there's something back up.
I think we're back up.
Are we up?
We're
Okay,
live.
yeah.
You can't keep us down for long.
So
Back to
yeah,
stories.
that same base. I don't know where we left off in this whole stream, but it was you talking about my Swiss cheese base that I had made. Not only did I not patch up the ceiling holes for like 10 episodes because I still didn't realize what the problem was. But at the time is when if you put the doors on one way or the other, skeletons could see through and shoot you. So you always have to run out of your base and put the doors on to go back in.
And you didn't do that.
And I didn't do that because I didn't know anything about it. So I kept getting destroyed through my door and not knowing what was happening. So,
Oh, the glitches of Minecraft.
God, I loved it.
There were fun
It was so
glitches
good.
back then. The water ladders, the minecart
Oh,
boosters.
I wish they would bring back the water ladders. I don't know why.
They never will.
Oh, but it was so nice. It was so convenient. Anything that
At
we
this
travel
point,
faster.
it's been so long that if they brought it back, it would just
Well,
be
they
weird.
brought back the collision boxes.
Well,
No,
yeah,
they
but
did.
this is realistic.
That's true. It is realistic.
Well, there's nothing
You
realistic
saying
about
water
water
ladders aren't
Yeah, I'm
realistic?
pretty no.
It's-
They're amazing. I miss them so much, but they're not going to bring them
They
back.
could be. So Good was watching my stuff, and then he told me to slow down my video production because I wanted to get more than 10 episodes. And since we only had 15-minute limits, I recorded for like 4 hours one night because I was having fun. So I had
12.
a bunch of videos sitting there. Thank you for doing the math.
I didn't. I did. I just read.
So I had a ton of videos sitting there that it's actually 16 now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But so I posted them all up, and he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, slow down in your videos." And then yes, he talked about me on one of his videos shortly after that because
a little while later, he invited you to join
it
the
was,
server.
he started his contest, the one that Nebs
You
had
got
won.
invited.
And I told him that, hey, I had to, because we had started communicating after we got to know each other. And I told him, hey, I wish I could partake in your contest. I have to work this weekend. That was when I was doing nursing night shift only. And he only opened it up for like a weekend or something like that. I don't remember what
It was a lot longer than a weekend.
Whatever it was. I worked a lot. And I told him I couldn't do it. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. I mean, I invite you anyway.
It was New Year's, wasn't it?
The first time I joined was on New Year's because the very first video I didn't do until the New Year's episode. But Pack Rat, what is your origin story?
Oh, well, I also was in a contest similar to how Numbers got into it.
Did you cheat like me?
Well, the cheating was allowed in that one. We were supposed to be using MC Edit. That was an MC Edit build of the stadium, and everyone else was building these elaborate stadiums. And the idea was to build a spider, to put over it. What are you looking for? Phone? Yeah, right here. Pass that down. There you go. But so we were supposed to build a spider and a stadium, and I built this really weird stadium where everyone else is just building the normal design, and mine, instead of being this way, was facing inwards, which was very unusual seating. And everyone else was building this like very little detail spider, and I like made one that had the exact angles and exact colors and just looked
You
absolutely
actually did the
ridiculous.
spider.
I actually did the spider, the actual thing that he said to do. I did. And then got on, and we had our little discussions on there, and I started doing English voices when Badge was talking, and we had a good time, and I eventually got third place in that contest. Who else was in that one? I think it was...
All I know is Arcus crushed it.
Oh, yeah, well, Arcus is Arcus. He just built this beautiful stadium that had, like, gigantic statues of everyone on the server and stuff like that. It's Arcus, of course he
He's
did.
too good at
Right.
making things look pretty.
But mine was unusual enough that I got in there. And then people started bugging me while I was on the server to start doing videos, so I did. And that's it. Yours was a little bit of a different contest. But, by the way, there are no other contests. This was long
The contests are over.
time ago. So
On my contest, mine took time that like you couldn't possibly spend differently. I literally had to rewatch Good's series, I think 3 times in total. The first to get all the trivia questions, the second to count the number of times he died, and then I cheated.
and then he cheated.
It wasn't that bad of a cheat.
Do you want to? I was gonna say, do you want to explain how you
Okay.
cheated? Now it's been so long.
There's
Can
a
you
reason
even
that
cheat
he's
the same way
everyone says
anymore?
he's a cheater.
He is.
Kind of
He
is, because
is.
that's how he got on the server. So,
But he embraces.
All right. So here's the deal. He had a trivia contest. I think there were 30 questions, and he hid the questions throughout his season 1 map, and all the answers you could find by rewatching a series and paying attention, which is kind of hard after rewatching it 3 times. So anyways, I had found 29 out of the 30 questions, and I knew, I had a very strong suspicion where that last question was, And it was like in episode 5 of him, he goes into some cave and mines a whole bunch of iron. And I go into the same cave, and I go throughout the entire thing following the episode. I probably watched that episode 10, 11 times, and I just could not find a question there. So I figured, okay, it might not be there. And then it was like I had not found anything else for a couple days. And I was like, okay, maybe it's back there. Let's bend the rules a bit.
Now, he did specify you're not allowed to look up the signs or where they are in MC Edit. You got to actually find them yourself. Is that what it was?
No, I didn't go to MC
Well, what
Edit.
did you use?
I had a texture pack that the thing is, when you make a texture pack your own, you can specify the transparency of certain textures,
Like all of them?
like all of them,
To be
and
nothing?
you can specify them to be nothing. And it makes, well, the thing is, you might want to still have the signs give off a texture so you can see them. That was actually quite helpful. But
In a search for signs, yes, having the signs of texture that is visible.
And sure enough, it was exactly where I thought they'd be, but I just couldn't find them without it. So I, dug straight down, right on top of them, read the question, answered it, sent it to Good, and I win.
So you still had to do a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that the cheating is what... You didn't be like, 2 minutes, you had everything done and taken care of.
I
Because
mean,
you still had to watch this season to get the answers.
That's correct. Like, it's,
How long did it take?
oh my God, it took a long time, because he died like 40-some times in not as many episodes. I was so scared I was going to get that number wrong, because when the Nether first came out, Good had a hell of a time.
That was, you know what? If we could just, I would play that video right now. That was one of the funniest
Oh, yeah.
Minecraft videos I think I've still ever seen to
He
this
was
day.
so
Was the
unprepared.
first day he went to the Nether because he kept killing the pigmen trying to over and over and over again.
Nobody
not
knew that
knowing,
yet. That's
not
the best
knowing
part.
that they were. He just literally walked in and he's like, "Pigman!"
This is when the
was
guests had their sounds like completely off, so it didn't matter where they were in the Nether. They sounded like they were right next to your ear, and this is good. So if he hears a sound that's that scary, he's freaking out, and then he's going to hit a pigman because he's freaking out. And
things took damage from fire.
Oh yeah,
like that.
and they were every time they hit lava, they started screaming like crazy.
I so need to go back and watch that video. It has been so long. What I find really funny is when I go back and watch old videos of anybody that, I've watched for a long time, how much I used to watch back my own old videos. Every video before I posted it, I watched it thoroughly to make sure it was accurate, make sure it was right, make sure it sounded good, and I thought they sounded great. If I go back and look at my old videos now, not only do they sound horrible from content perspective, but even from mic quality perspective, it sounds like it's like 8-track compared to,
Your tastes have refined.
I guess it's the taste that I've refined. So whenever I go back and watch an old video that I'm like, I don't want to watch it almost because I'm afraid it's not going to have the same memory resonance that I have right now for it, when thinking about it, because it was good.
It's like when you see a really old movie when you were a kid and it was awesome. Don't ever watch it again.
No, definitely don't ever watch it again. Old TV shows, even sometimes I go back and watch some of the old Simpsons, the ones I liked that got me into the Simpsons. I can't even watch those anymore because it's like, I'm like, this is just not good anymore. It's not. what it
I
used to be.
laughed at this?
Yeah. I mean, my 6-year-old self thought this was funny.
I'm sorry, a lot of
sure.
those old Simpsons are still pretty good.
Oh, yes, they are. It's still one of my favorite shows because it's withstood the test of time. But I think it's because it's adapted with time, and since times are now different, when you go back and look at things that were funny then, they aren't funny anymore now.
Well, you've seen the joke enough times.
Right. But sometimes you've seen it in a newer way. It's funnier. I don't know. I don't know what it is. So we can read some more donations. There's been actually a lot that have come in.
Any wheel spins? Any fan fiction?
I don't think so. Let's scroll real quick. No wheel spins or fan fiction. I don't know if people can hear. Wheel spins or fan fiction stuff have come through. It's
I'm disappointed. I wanted someone to be reading some fan fiction.
Well, so now I can read comments too because I got Seb's laptop, so it actually gives it to me. $1 donation from Cookie Kitty-Nings?
Cookie King.
Less than 3. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
That's a heart.
It's a heart.
It could be a heart.
Let's get some heart spam in the chat.
Could be a heart. Let's get some less than 3 spam in there.
Oh, here comes the spams, and the mods are going to love us for that one.
$25
Yeah,
donation
we'll
from
love doing
Casey. You guys are doing a great job. Thanks for helping the children. Keep up the good work. Casey, thank you. This stuff wouldn't be possible without donations from people like you, so much appreciated. And go enjoy that server.
There's that less than 3 spam. You can see it right across the way there.
Yep,
Look at that go.
There's heart spam going
The
through.
purple hearts.
What a great stream. Krumbalina, $25 donation. Thank you very much, Krumbalina. Anthony, for the effort. Hashtag for the kids. You gave it a good go, Jsano. Thank you very much. We tried different things. We knew this might be a segment that flopped, but that's okay. There's so much more of this.
I had
At
fun.
the very least, we're giving the other
I
guys
still
time
enjoyed
to rest so that they can come back and give you guys good content as well.
So it's all good. I'll try anything once, you guys know that. $3.80 donation from Max. Max, he says, less than 3.
The heart spam is still going.
Thank you guys so much for doing this marathon.
There's so much love in the chat.
So somebody brings up, I coincidentally in this chat, I was able to just pick this up. Somebody made a comment that greater than 3 is still a heart. Is it better? Three greater than, you're right. Oh, it'd be
No,
3
that's still
greater
not it.
than. Damn it.
No,
E greater than.
E greater than.
greater
Okay,
than.
E greater than makes sense.
E
Listen,
greater
So
than.
3 does.
I can orient things.
I'm
in space.
waiting for somebody to do E greater than
Superpower.
coming in here.
Let's get some
No,
E
they're
greater
all
than
doing
E
the
greater
stuff.
than signs, please. I need to see what they look like in the.
It looks
It doesn't look the same. It definitely doesn't look the
a
same.
greater E.
And you know what? It doesn't look bad. The lowercase e.
We're letting the chat experiment for us.
Lowercase e greater than is not as good
No.
of a looking number. So, anyways, Max $3.80 donation. Thank you very much.
Ruined.
Vicky Chaville, lights off, not on. Hey, Vicky, lights might be off, but you guys got to get up there and raise another. Looks like about $40,000 in the next 2 hours before we can get there. I don't have an exact number right in front of me. I can't see the stream enough to know exactly where we're at, but got to get up to $150,000 total donation by 10 o'clock for it to be lights off and not on. Katie Brown, $15. You guys are great. Brought joy and happiness to the best of my friends. I can never thank you enough for such a golden influence from him. Thank you so much. You are so welcome. Everybody here is very thankful for your donation. Megan gave $1. I love you guys. Tell Ori and Chad I said hi, please. And everybody else, but I really like Ori and Chad, please. So Ori and Chad, Megan says hello. Everybody else as well, she says hello, but mostly to Ori and Chad. That's fine.
We're not hurt by that.
Not at all. They'll take your money, though.
everyone.
$6.40 donation from Lee and Norman. Altogether, I've donated $36.40. Not all at once, but now I'm out. Lee, even I would have been happy with just $1. The fact that you keep donating, it's great. If you're out, you're out. We understand. Thank you for what you have done thus far.
It's been fantastic, all of you.
And a couple, man, we actually got a decent amount more to read here. $2 donation from Simon, Australia, tuning in. Thanks for the entertainment. Here's to 200K. $2 donation gets us closer to that step. Thank you, Simon, and thank you from Australia. Doran, I'd like to donate more, but currently this is all I can give is $1. Hey, Doran, that's fine. $1 is $1. $20 donation. Hey, guys, stay awake. We're trying to stay awake. That's why
Doing okay.
a lot of people are refueling right now with food, so we can actually probably go into food coma, but stay awake, hopefully. $5 donation from Piper without a comment, but Piper, thank you very much. Getting to the bottom of this list. $23.57 donation from Anonymous. Anonymous, thank you for the $23.57 donation. I'm trying to think if that was a number that was given out for anything. Or if that was just...
I think people
so.
might just be playing with the
Trying to get the exact numbers.
the double digits,
Gotcha.
getting those double.
So
zeros.
hopefully we'll see tomorrow at UHC or something, some of those prizes coming out that you're building up to. Hey, Pack, rock salts.
Rock salt. Yeah, something goes up in my chat a lot.
From Geek of Many Topics. There's a raffle going on in the chat right now, too, so I can just see the raffle spam
That
going through
chat
there.
flies.
Yep. And James Spork Ninja. What an awesome name, Spork Ninja.
That is a very rough discipline. I have mad respect for anyone who can attain mastery in it.
I've been watching the Minecraft crew for almost 4 years, and I've been on a great ride. I wish I could give more, but I know that you will hit that 200K. I will continue to stay tuned for the whole marathon. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, Spork Ninja. I will remember that name forever, as I probably forget it tomorrow. I will try to remember that name forever, though, just because it's such a cool name. And that rounds
He will fail
out,
very quickly.
That rounds out the donations. Let me go take a look at the screen and see what we're actually sitting at as our total right now.
We're high tech here.
102,866 is where we are sitting right now.
102.
So everybody, that's like we said, we still got more than half the marathon to go, less than half the money needed to get 200K, but I feel we can do it. If you want to see Ori have to play Friday at Freddy or
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Guys Breakfast, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Whoa. Rewind.
Five Guys
Five
hilarious.
Guys for breakfast.
Did you not hear that? Did you not hear? Apparently, when we were eating early, the airports, their Five Guys have breakfast, so you can get an egg on the burger at Five Guys in airports because they have eggs
fantastic.
for breakfast. All you gotta do is go to the airport, book a flight, just go into the food court, just get the cheap flights, and then
Just book a flight.
just
so you can
book
get
a
on
flight
Five
so you can
Guys.
go get some Five Guys with some eggs on it. You know, sounds like a plan to me. So momentarily here, we're gonna be kicking it on over to the Lego crew. Well, the police officer that just went by outside, and it was awfully loud. So, so the Lego crew, in a correction on the Lego thing, I misunderstood. There's a similar situation to what I said, but it's not pause. It's Seth and Sevidus. And they will be doing it local here, but it's still going to have a concept of remoteness. And you'll see what that is shortly.
Now,
Concept
ladies and
of
gentlemen,
remoteness.
if you feel the need to play with some Legos at home, make sure you wear the proper foot protection. It's very important to be wearing shoes at all times when Legos are on the floor. I used to play with Legos as a kid.
I also played with Legos. I don't think there was anybody who didn't play with Legos as a kid.
Well, there were some people
there
who
was
had
some.
Mega Blocks.
Oh yeah, Mega Blocks.
Yeah.
Come on. How that thing? I'm sorry. As Badge
Fagos.
would say, Lego, not Legos.
Yeah.
It's Lego
I'm a Legos
construction blocks or something of that sort.
Like I like to be correct, but I've too far gone with the Legos.
That's true. It's like Kleenex. Kleenex is a brand name. Use it for tissue all the time. Don't forget, I'm actually just hungry. That's why I want them. They're actually really, really good. They're addictive. Thank you again to Airheads for helping us get all the computers
Can't
and stuff
stop
set
the
up
flavor.
for,
Without them, we
for
wouldn't have
UHC.
any of these.
Yeah, we wouldn't have had, the UHC would not have happened. We'd had a very limited number of computers. So thank you again to Airheads. Much appreciated for your support in this as well.
And for the boxes and boxes and boxes of them that we've been consuming
Yes,
like crazy.
we have a
means
lot
so
of
much.
boxes of them. I don't know how I even slept last night with the amount of sugar I have between this and the Red Bull and the
I
caffeine
know, we
and the
crashed.
coffee, and we did crash pretty hardcore
Well, you
afterwards.
guys did. I just kind of hit the floor here. For a little bit.
Yeah, I was asleep within like seconds.
That
of hitting
explains
bed
the
at
stains.
hotel.
No, that's another thing.
So let's see. I'm going to go see if the rest of the crew is getting ready. You guys keep them entertained for 2 more seconds.
2 seconds. Do we have two seconds of comedy content here? No, we don't. Oh, 2 seconds of dead air then.
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh. So, what was your favorite build from the first season you were on? Was
The
season
first
4?
season I was on. Well, all the builds that were on the server, all the builds that I did.
Let's go with the builds that you did first.
I got to go with I know the King of the Ladder was something that Good started, but I thought that the one that I built in the season 3 map, the gigantic King of the Ladder that had the obsidian on the bottom and the grates over the lava with the two spider spawners in the bottom. That if you ever ended up living when you crashed to the bottom, you were chased by spiders going up.
That was
worked
such a
for
fun
it.
game.
Oh man, I put so much effort in that. The explosions that were created making that hole. I actually built a structure just for dropping TNT on that. It was insane. I actually did it that way so that the sides would look naturally formed and it didn't look like I dug it out. And that is probably my favorite build that I ever did on that server.
All right. That's your favorite build that was done by you. Let's expand this. Favorite build from that season?
I have no idea. If I was going to guess, the only other one that I actually remember off the top of my head is definitely the prank that was done on Dude's house.
Oh, that started King of Ladder, didn't it?
No, not that.
Oh,
not
not that
that one. The multicolored, psychedelic
Oh,
blocks
his
to
spawn
nowhere. Yeah, the spawn house that was never
When we
finished.
played survival games in there, that was my favorite place to be.
Right.
It was so easy to get some good chests there. 'cause-
It's basically designed for a good PvP and stuff like that because there's
Oh my
things
God.
that just go nowhere. Jumps that are just for the heck of jumps and just towers for towers' sake. And there's just
Zisto accidentally designed one of the coolest PvP arenas
that we ever had.
since Dust 2.
So that was probably my
Kinda
favorite,
super.
just because that's the one that always stuck out the most in my head. Probably because I got walked by it so much.
I'm trying to think. I loved Ethos Arena. That was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he built it, though. I think maybe somebody else built it and he just put his name on it.
Right. Yeah. That's a
So it was
right?
Ethos Arena.
Right.
That was a fantastic arena.
It was.
We should go back and fight in there some more.
Well, I have a lot on that.
Question: if somebody donates $5,000, will you donate your hair or donate your hair? Excuse me, dye your hair.
Dye my hair.
You get to keep your hair.
Keep the hair, but dye it. I would dye my hair for $5,000.
Ooh.
$5,000, I would let you guys dye my hair.
Chad Red?
Any color for 10,000. Do we have any way of bleaching it?
Yeah. I mean, I will enter it in
Well, that'd be a lot of bleach. That'd be a lot of bleach.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this is not like a little thin hair. If we got enough, we could bleach like half of it too. If we got enough of that. How about lime green if we got it?
Lime green for how much?
Lime green for 5,000. I'd be fine with that.
$5,000. Single donation.
of 5,000.
We will dye
Someone is
Packrat's
actually
hair.
asking that right now.
Lime green.
Princess Luna. If Princess Luna donates $5,000 for the kids, I will definitely let my hair take that color. Yeah.
Unless somebody else does it and puts your name on it.
That's fine. That's anybody else, but if Princess Luna is the one that's asking.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Get it
The whole
done,
thing
Chad.
green.
Get it done.
Hi.
Hi,
It's
welcome back.
Pyro.
I can't believe I'm sitting next to the King of Justice. It's really,
Yeah,
Something?
It's a privilege.
really
You should be
something. Do you
thankful.
feel justice from over there? There's so many types.
I emit justice from about 4 meters, so it's understandable that he's. Yeah.
It is true.
Oh, yeah, I don't have enough swag on.
You don't?
Acquire some swag for me, please.
Yes, Seth, acquire the swag. What is classified as swag around here?
Yeah, where are they? They're usually at least 1 or 2 here.
The rest of the European crew, like, ditched me. I'm getting, oh, pause on pause would like the FaceTime.
Pause. Oh my God, it's pause.
Hey, pause.
Pause, you're live on camera. Am I? I don't know if they can pick that up. Seth, do your
Camera
magic.
on camera.
Can we get this man's face on camera? Okay, can you pause? Can I see
Okay.
pause?
To get my hair.
Pause, they can
Okay.
see you.
So, quick announcement: the 5,000 donation option is now available.
Oh.
Packrat.
Okay, so pause. You made it to the marathon.
I did.
How do you
In
feel?
one
That's on
form.
100K, guys. That's awesome.
Pause, thanks y'all. Thank them, pause.
Thank you all.
Pause. It's good finally meeting you.
It's Pack.
What the heck?
The real Packrat.
How do you feel? How do you feel meeting him?
It feels weird because I can't touch him when I want to.
Oh, but
Nevers is reminiscent.
Where do you want me to touch him?
The deer, like give it a little stroke.
It's very red.
Yeah, there you go.
He likes it.
Love it.
The Beard of Justice.
Whoa.
Two.
Whoa. This is Beard of Justice.
That's the original Beard of
This is
Justice.
Beard of Justice.
Chris, I expect you to go a lot further in UHC.
I was really aggressive. I wanted to get 1 kill and then take his Notch Apple of Justice and apply more justice to it.
Dude, did you see the ending?
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was Nutty Professor 3.
The leg was a bit insane too, but like I can just feel the energy there. Like,
I was going nuts. It was like watching Street Fighter.
yeah. It looked really cool.
So pause.
I
So
can't wait to play tomorrow.
yes, pause will be there.
It's at 9 in the morning.
It's worth it for the kids.
Bed until 6 in the
It's
morning.
worth it.
Worth it for the kids. Pause. Right.
Yeah. for the
Definitely worth it for the kids. For the kids.
I'll have to destroy you all in UHC tomorrow to make up for me not being there.
Pause. You're not going to destroy us.
Are you getting? Is Paul's getting like god tier Z2 level stuff?